Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War. Quite a mouthful, but still a great game. So essentially there's a bit of a hubbub going on at the moment. There's a 40k sort of sale event. I think it's called Warhammer Skulls or something. I'm not all over it, but ultimately this is causing like sales and all sorts of interesting things happening. Gladius, which is a game I'm a big fan of, has put out a specialist DLC pack. We'll pull up the patch notes, which we've got today, and we're going to have a little bit of a look at, but it's also an excuse just to tell people about Gladius, which is such a fantastic game. They've also told me apparently this is coupled in with the Battle Sector game, which is upcoming. Apparently they've announced that the Sisters of Battle or Sisters of War or whatever they're called are going to be in that. So that's pretty cool. It's cool to see them get a bit of a go. They've always been one of those minor factions in the background that have been there sort of grinding away for 20 years, but only get a little bit of a feature now and then. Them and like, God, squats? There, I'm showing my age. 40k dwarves. I don't know if they really exist anymore, but that's old school 40k. Holy heck. Anyway, so we've seen something like this before. Essentially, it's just adding a unit to all the different teams, which is pretty cool. It's interesting to see rattling snipers in the Imperial Guard, Venom tropes, but then you've got some tier 9 monstrous things as well. It's pretty cool. There's some cool stuff going on in here. It's very interesting. So look, I'm not really going to be able to showcase each and every one of these things, but at least putting up this splash and saying, hey, look, we've got all these different things. Like, I don't know much about bloody Tau and Crutox riders, but maybe that's something that'll make someone very excited out there. So yeah, let it be known, it's still supporting this game. There's a lot of replayability in it. What is it? In case you don't even know, it's like a hex-based. Look, now dare I say, it's like the combat from a Civilization game, like Civ 6 or whatever. Now that doesn't mean it's a write-off, because I love Civ, but everyone knows the weakest part of the Civ games is the combat, right? It's usually not the strongest part, and it can be turned into a huge slog. The thing is, this game kind of pulls a lot of the guts of Civilization out, focuses in on the combat. I know it sounds like a bad idea on paper, but because they've done that, they've actually refined it into a really well-oiled system. It's really cool about you build your base up only so much as being able to handle the cost and economy of your army. Like, it is ultimately a support structure, whereas in Civ it's back to front, right? It's all about your civilization, and having an army is kind of a necessary evil, right? This game works really well. I wouldn't say it's the highest brain power level of strategy game. Like, dare I call it casual, perhaps? But it's still fantastic fun, and it has that potential. You know that game where you could play it and then you blink and it's 3 AM and you lost all your time? This game can do that to you because it has a really good rhythm. It has a really good pace of churning out units and trying to balance that against your economy. So it's a lot of fun. I really, really like this game. Anyway, like I said, at the very least, this video stands to shout out Gladius is awesome and you should check it out. And that there is a specialist pack that's come out, so it's put even more units into your favorite factions. So awesome. Anyway, let's play a new game. Craft World Eldar. Yuck. I'll tell you what though, I love me orcs. I'm a big Xeno. I like Tyranids and orcs. They're my guys. Not so much Tau and all that, because they all think they're good guys. I like orcs because I've met too many people that unironically think the Space Marines are cool in real life, and they hate orcs because orcs are just a meme team, and that's the best thing about them. You bring a meme and they'll be quoting all their for the Emperor, you know, all this self-serious bullshit, and then I'm like, I'm gonna send a whole bunch of dudes, you know, that just churn at you and ride along on machines that are barely falling apart. Yeah, it's good. Bringing an orc team to a tournament's the way to go, man. Seriously, you get some smiles from some of the other boys, and you get some upturned bloody snooty, you know, noses from some of the others. All right, that's right. We can skip this. Let's get straight into it. Okay, now I don't even really know how orcs play in this. Dare I say, I'm not even sure I've played orcs in this, but we'll see how we go. Oh, this worries me. They don't have a base. They don't have a base? Mechs? Boys, boys, boys. Boys, boys, boys. So Mech can probably build a base, let's see. Found city. Consumes the tile you're on. Cities can only be founded where there are no other cities within the radius. Select target. I mean, yeah, let's put it there. That'll do. Nice. You love it. So, this little square is a build slot. This thing's not... that's just like a special square. But essentially, I've got one build slot available. We'll go through the order. This thing's actually really good. Hold your hand, show your way through the game sort of thing. So we'll just go order units, right? And we want to get out there and explore. You can see these things representing on the map. It might not come across on the video so well, but the little grey markers like that are things that you ultimately want to capture. Here comes enemies. This planet that we're on, Gladius, is full of all sorts of bloody Starship Troopers nightmare fuel, which is kind of cool to see in the 40k setting. Like, look, we've got these sort of local cultist sort of dudes. They almost look like Gene Stealer cult, but you get all sorts of crazy stuff. Anyway, we need to get involved in that. And you got to watch out for that. Yes, Slugger and Chopper boys, get involved. Nice lads. All right, let's get these blokes up there as well. Can they shoot? They might be able to shoot because they're not shooters. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, order cities. Here we go. So, you can acquire a spare tile, right? We don't necessarily need to do that. It's not very complex. You're pretty much building one thing at a time. We've got a boss tower. What's this? Squig herder for food. So, these up here is what's going to really help you, right? Are you in the black? Are you in positive for everything? Looks like we are, right? So we don't really need to build these support structures just yet. Building in a reactionary manner tends to work fairly well in this game, but this generates research. We're also generating research already, that's fine. Weird boy pole, influence, building that produces infantry and walkers, right? So we want that, the pile of Dakar, right? That's probably the best one. Yeah. Pile of Dakar, there we go. We click on here, it's building, that's gonna take 6 turns. Not very complicated. Choose your research. The way that this works, if I recall correctly, is to get to tier 2, we need 2 in the previous tier. Tier 3, you need 2 in the previous tier. Okay, so it has this sort of reverse triangle progression to get all the way up. Fungal forest, increase the healing from orcoid fungus, that's cool. Commando camp, cult of speed, wheeled vehicles and aircraft. That sounds pretty cool. Let's do this. I want the cult of speed. War bikers. You need the cult of speed. All right, well, okay. We're sensing the bloody red ones go faster, boys. It's a widely believed orc position that if you paint your bloody car red, it literally goes faster. And I don't know if in modern, I mean, you know, maybe 40k got self-serious, but for the longest time, you literally could get your vehicles to go an inch farther on the tabletop if you painted them red. So how can you argue with that, right? Okay. Intern. Oh, they're bringing some more boys. Okay, so chapter 1, boys is bored. Accumulate influence and get 50 food. So this is like a meta objective, which I'm not that worried about. All right, boys, get in there. Yeah, chop them up. Yes! Lads, good. All right, get involved. Get involved. What's going on here? Why aren't you, why are you moving so slow? What's that about? Oh, whatever. Here we go. Free action requires movement. Yeah, what is that? Okay, so you can give them one extra movement. Oh, this might be just the time. Let's do that. Now, these guys really don't want to move. It says I'm out of movement points. I'm confused how I lost them all. Maybe it had to do with the terrain that I just went up. Possible. So where are we at? Intern. Like, we can't produce units yet because we're still building the unit producing space. These guys ran away, sooks. Webway, oh look, Webway Gate. I think that's like an Eldar thing. Let's mess that up. Yeah, good boys. Bash it. Bash everything, boys. Alright, get involved. Capture that. Oh, they're zapping me, boys. Stop that. Can you stab that? There you go. Nice. Nice. Bloody Eldar. Look at these little dudes. They look like they're out of the prequel Star Wars movies. Alright, cool. End turn. Alright, where are we? So you can get a quick sort of combat glance usually. Gives you an idea of how it's going to go for you. Yeah, you can... I mean, you have to look on the left. I can't point to it. Estimated 3 out of 6 casualties. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Order units. Keep bashing. Daka daka daka! Let's go, lads. No. I want to order them. Can I break through? Oh yeah. You got to stay out of this. Wireweed, not good for your health, man. Very bad on the toes. Yeah, get out of here. In turn. So my health is obviously ticking down a little bit as we fight. We need to potentially retreat to heal as necessary. I think the existence of this gate infers that one of the AI, because there's 4 AIs playing, or, you know, 4 players, including me. I think that infers that there are Eldar on the map, because I believe they capture the gates in this game, in this mode. I can't remember 100%. All the different races play radically different. But stuff them. Let's smash their gate. Space slip. See, giant bloody wasps and stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. They're starting to really hurt. So we might run them home to get the heals. You can sit still, I think, hold position until healed. Just like in, what's it called? Civ. But they get, from what I recall at least, you want to send them home to heal. That's how you want to do it. So there is a little bit of counterplay as you get more characters, more, you know, you got vehicles, get anti-armor or armor. So there is a rock, paper, scissors counterplay to this, but you can also just sort of brute force it as well. Like I said, I love this. This game is ultimately a guilty pleasure for me, for sure. Boys is bored. Construct orcoid fungus and they'll give me a boy. That's tempting. That's tempting. Execute queued orders. I don't know about that. Who's doing that? Oh, it's them running home. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, stuff it. Let's kill these wasps, eh? Jeez, okay, they are strong. Good. Gives us something to do. Alright, now order city. Produce infantry. Yeah, so now we can actually produce boys because we made the pile of Dakar. So it makes sense to have like one in the queue at all times. You can queue up multiple like that, but I believe you have to pay for them. Yep. It also said that they wanted me to make a, what was it? The orcoid fungus. Which, what's that do? Feature that increases the food output and heals orcs. That's a good idea. Let's do that. We do have a building slot here. Plus, you can see we're actually producing 0 food. So that's perfect. Yeah. And generally speaking, the pile of Dakar, if you build multiple piles of Dakars, or whatever you want to call them, you know, the barracks from StarCraft, it's the same thing, the basic equivalent. You don't actually get multiple pile of Dakars. See how it says 1 out of 1? What it just does is it reduces the cooldown on this. It makes it more efficient. So you can only really be producing one chain of boys at a time, as I recall. I could be wrong, but if I recall, that's how it works. But you can get multiple buildings that build different things all in tandem as well. But you can't have like 10 different boy producers. Cult of Speed, War Bikers, let's go. That sounds really good. Yes. Yes. We also researched the Cult of Speed. Acquire new tile. Can I do that? Let's see. Minus food, minus food. What happens if I acquire that, does it delete that? Acquire tile. Maybe I'm not allowed to. Right, that's what I thought. Okay, I thought this, I was just double checking it anyway. This is queuing up, so acquire tile goes in the same queue as building a building, so it's okay. You can't really multitask too much. But it's not the end of the world. Oh no, they're stinging me, boys. Stop that. Nah, mate, this is my squig. Get your own. Very good. Well said. Intern. So they'll run away. Boys is bored. There we go. So they gave me oh, I guess I built that building immediately. Is that what's happened? That's pretty cool. Okay. I mean, look, let's maintain the rage. Just go. Kill these big bag things. So these are the new blokes that I just got. We've got some good spots to capture down here, so we might send them out here. Oi, boss, what's going on? Yeah. Wait, what happened to my squad that I sent back? Select unit. Oh, there they are. Hang on. Hold position until healed. Cargo. So they've loaded in to the spot. Oh, is that changed? That's interesting. I haven't played this in a while. Okay, cool. So I don't know if we have a building spot available. No valid targets, right? So we need to acquire a tile. So let's do... Can we do that one? I'll see what happens if we acquire that. That'll be cool. Okay. Intern. Oops, my bad. What are they doing to my boys? Oh, that's right. They can mind control your dudes. I forgot about that. The big gas bag guys. So they've switched my dudes. It's alright. We might be able to free them up. Free my boys. Give them back. There we go. Execute queued orders. What is that? Ah. So you see what I mean? Well, it's a little bit more casual. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. People get funny about the word casual, like that's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with having a game that you just truly enjoy and it's a little bit relaxed on the bloody brainstem, you know? So they seem to be healing while they're in there, stacked, which is good. What do you mean skip unit? Or can they attack as well? Ooh, exciting. Water city. Acquired resource tile. Your city has acquired a special resource with no building slots, while others are exploited by constructing on them. Right, okay, so this is just giving me specials, but I can't actually build there. However, it thinks I can build an orcoid fungus there anyway, which is interesting. Increases food output and heals orcs. So I don't know if that's actually a building per se, and more just a buff that I can put on a tile, which is cool. We probably don't need it that much. We've got food production, and I've got a healing spot there anyway. Let's queue up another dude, right? And let's get another tile. This one will do. I wonder what happens when they finish healing. So they have Overwatch, which is cool. Surely I can make shooter boys as well. For more DACA. Yeah, they want to be in melee, these blokes. Okay. Oh, cheeky, they're trying to pinch me things. Alright, what's going on here? War bikes research. Let's go, boys. Border cities. Right. So, let's see what we can build. Pile of DACA. Weird boy pole. Cult of speed. Well, here, look, we're not making food. I don't like that. We need to generate food. So let's do that. Yeah, we'll queue that up. That's the smart move. Okay, so it seems that once my dudes get to full health, they just sit there sort of thing. So I need to supervise this. Interesting. Let's send them out this way exploring. Choose research. So what can we do? Grot Hut increases population limit. That's handy, I suppose. Tank Busters. Increase production output of Cult of Speed. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Increases food output of tiles with orcoid fungus. Let's do that. Because we've already had to build that twice. Yeah, this is good. So far, they seem to play like most. Like, some of the different factions do play radically differently, but these guys definitely play like, I would say like the most factions play this way in this game. Execute. Skip. Where are we? Where were those guys? I'm just sort of trying to see if there's any grey on my map. Oh, look at this. Intern. Let's go get them, boys. Oh yeah, that. I think that's a big deal if you capture that thing. I can't quite remember though. Oh, I'm on the edge of the world. I see. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. Again, we just always want to be producing dudes. Always, always, always. They have a food upkeep as well. So we want to try and offset that. We'll keep building the biomass. Anyway, look, I guess you can play this any way you want, but I like the idea of have the war machine turning its cogs at all times. More meat for the grinder, do not stop. Build an economy to make sure it doesn't stop. Look at that giant bloody earwig thing. Alright, we might go, let's go north. Have a look up there. You can see now we're starting to get a bit of momentum, getting a bunch of boys deployed at all times. You could worry about min-maxing, like, oh, I'm going to have a war on this particular front and create a big blob. But honestly, I just like sending dudes out in all directions. You can tell that I play Tyranids. Because I'm just like, send the dudes out. And then if they fight something, bring them home to heal, send more out. Just keep sending dudes out non-stop, poking and prodding and finding the way through and just probing. Items, hero item. Oh, okay. Now you can build you can build hero characters, not dissimilar to say, like Warcraft 3. Now look, if this dude's below low health, I'm gonna just bail. I know it's a bit puss maneuver, but what's going on here, you? Mate, pile in, pile in. Population. What's going on here? We're running into a population problem, are we? Each enabled building requires one population to operate. If the required population exceeds the current population, the resource output of the building is reduced. Okay. Okay. How are we going for food? We're still struggling. Now, can I get food from something else? Here you go. I can actually build a squig herd building that generates food. So we're going to do that. As opposed to that orc fungus, which is sort of just a tile buff. Stop stinging my boys. God, it's cool to be playing this game again, man. Stop zapping my lads. Oh, you need to run. Yeah, that's it. Have a go. Kill these bloody wasps. So yeah, it's definitely got that one more turn energy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boys, run away. Run home. Where'd those wasps go? They've bloody run off. Pussies. You guys stay in the fight. You can hear some of my dudes fighting. Build another guy. Let's go. Exit city. More. More. More Dakar, more orcs, more fungus. Let's go. Oh, they're Elder. They're straight up Elder. Guardians? No, but they don't have a color, so I think they're still neutral. Run away, run away! Oh, this dude might still make it. Oh, mate, you can make it. Run home. Hide inside the building. Good boy. Did I have a squad here that got annihilated? Quite possibly. Oh well. I've lost track. Hey, stop shooting my base. Stop that. Research complete. Nice. Right, well I guess we're at that sort of time. I don't want to stop. I want to just keep going. Look at all my little dudes healing inside the in the main base. That's cool. That's not something, unless that's an orc specific thing. It used to be that you could only hold one dude on a tile, and I would have to be doing this mini game of shuffling my dudes around the tiles to try and get that extra healing. But that's cool. That's really cool, actually. That's a change that I never would have, I guess, asked for, but it's exactly what I wanted. So very cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to finish up. Like I said, game's not exactly blisteringly new. But I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. It is actually a lot of fun, especially if you're looking for something, like I said, a little less casual. It's not some hardcore bloody second job that you're going to sweat bullets for. And it's put out that new content in that specialist pack for all the different factions getting a new unit. So it's really cool. I love this game. I love it so much. Let me know what you reckon. Come and check out the channel if you're curious. There's a fair decent chance that we stream some of this because, you know, now that I've reinstalled it, I'm hooked again. But yeah, otherwise we might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.